Hi guys, my name is Adesho. On today's episode of Mailbox, just like we used to have every week in, week out, we have mails from different people all over the world. Today there's a story from Tolu. Tolu is from Ogun State, and she says, her mail says, my mother-in-law interferes in my marriage. So this is Tolu's story. She said, my mother-in-law has always had a say in my family, and my husband sees nothing wrong with it. Recently, our child fell ill and was hospitalized. She found out and made a decision to move in with us, claiming that I don't do my duties as a mother. Please, what shall I do? So here is it. I think there's something wrong from the get-go. So your mother-in-law shouldn't have a say in your family to start with. So let's note that. So for Tolu and her husband, there's a lot of conversation that they both need to hold. So your mother-in-law is like a third party. This marriage is between yourself and your husband. I think you guys should try as much as possible to have a grip on your own. And I'm sure the responsibility falls more on Tolu's husband. So you really need to sit your husband down and have a word with him, because I'm sure there's a way you should be able to communicate to the mother-in-law. I mean, as we grow in life, someday myself, I'll also be a mother-in-law. So whenever I give advice, I tell people that all these things are issues that we should pick and learn from, so that once it's our own turn, we don't repeat it. I think the influence of whether mother-in-law or father-in-law of either of the party should be minimal in any home. Same thing applies to third party. So Tolu, please try and sit with your husband, have a word with him, and let him know that his mother should take like a back view of the whole conversation in the family. And I'm sure all these issues, just like I used to say, needs prayer. Pray about it, talk more about it, and as time goes on, everything will adjust. That's the story from Tolu. The second mail is, he says, Danny from London. Danny says, I'm addicted to betting. So he says, hi, help me. I'm 36 years old and I'm addicted to betting. It has cost me 2 relationships and 3 friendships, because my salary doesn't last in my hand. It ends up being wasted on betting. I've used house rent to my house rent, I was almost kicked out. How do I overcome this? So his story is a bit complicated. So this addiction for some people is actually real. But then again, you're 36. There are loads of responsibility on you. If you started betting and it's gotten to the stage that you are spending your rent, you're losing friends, I think you need help. And to start with, you need to seek for help. So I tell people there are certain decisions, especially decisions that are personal. You have to take it serious beyond anybody coming to your aid, because truth be told, people come to your aid, at the end of the day, you still find out that you are back into that problem. So you try as much as possible to speak to yourself. Those your quiet times, those your personal time. Whenever you have an inflow, wherever you earn a salary, ensure that you have a place where you save the money. So there are different savings schemes around. So there are actually some savings scheme with some banks or some institution that you wouldn't even be able to withdraw it after 12 months or 36 months thereabout. So try as much as possible to start saving. When you start saving, you see that the urge to play, because I mean, you have free money, you have so much free money and access to money. By the time you have access to money, you see that you're just using it on betting. And anything you're doing, even as a principle in life, that is not multiplying, there's no multiplying effect, I think you should just stop it. It's going to destroy you on the long run, because you are no longer a baby. By now, you should have your wife, you should have your kids, you should be trying to settle down. And for crying out loud, if you're 36 and you're in London, then you're a big boy, meaning you already are, because at 18, you already find people living alone, you know. So it implies that you need to sit down and plan your life. And just like I'll say it again, pray about it. You need the word of prayer. Sometimes prayer, in fact, all the time, it goes a long way. And that's my response for Danny from London. My next mail is from Nora from Abuja. She says, never pays back a loan. So she said, hi, my friend Gift has never paid back anytime I loan her money, but I always choose to let it go because she's not doing so well financially. Last year, she asked for a loan to expand her jewelry business, which I gave her from my savings, and she hasn't paid till now. I'm thinking of involving the police, but it isn't that extreme. What should I do? Gift is your friend. I really don't think you really need to involve police in this matter. So this is what I tell people about loan. As a matter of fact, loan shouldn't be an ideal thing, but when it comes to giving out money, personally, I try to give out what I know I can part with and I won't ask for whenever the person, especially if the person is a close proxy, whether it's a relation or is a friend. This is it. I think you really need to stop loaning your friend, since she already has that character of getting money, borrowing and not refunding. So if she's done it first time, she's done it second time, I think you should stop, because you're not helping her. You said you've helped her severally. She's even invested in a jewelry business. It means that she's really not doing bad, you know. So to help her, you first need to stop giving her loan. Then she must see that getting help from people doesn't mean you should take people for granted. So you stop giving her loan, try and speak to her, and maybe what she really needs to do is to be a bit disciplined with funds in her hands, because if every time she gets loan and she squanders it or she spends it anyhow, she gets money again, there's tendency that she will keep repeating it. So you stop giving her the loan and talk to her, try and advise her on how she can be prudent with her spending. So that'll be all on this episode of Mailbox. Till next time.